I don't need to tell you guys that Milwaukee is a company that has certainly enjoyed their share of firsts. But when it comes to carpentry and remodeling, my wheelhouse, they're playing catch up. One recent new example of them catching up is their release of their first cordless framing nailer, M18 Fuel 21 degree and 30 degree framing nailer. We just received their 30 degree paper framing nailer and we immediately took it out to the job site last week to evaluate it. I'll be honest, I haven't been this excited since they came out with their cordless router. So first impressions are important. The first time I picked up this 9.4 pound nailer, I thought it was heavy. And I'm not wrong. The first time I fired this nailer, I said, wow, this thing is powerful, really powerful. It's fast, but it's also loud. So we use this nailer on framing with framing lumber, plywood, and LVL materials. It easily sinks nails in engineered lumber, no problem. It can fire up to 3 nails per second. That's fast for cordless. The only other nailer that I've seen almost as fast or this fast is the Metabo HPT nailer. And I'm thinking maybe a head-to-head. What do you guys think? All right, when it comes to larger jobs, I'm still not 100% cordless, especially when it comes to framing. I run both cordless and pneumatics, and there are arguments for both. I get it. The pros for pneumatics are simple. You probably already invested. You own the nailer, the cords, the compressor, the hoses, all that stuff. The cost, cordless nailers are typically about $100 more, bare tool, than a pneumatic. You don't have to charge them. Pneumatics don't need to be charged. You've got endless supply of air. And typically, there's less weight involved with a framing pneumatic nailer. And you can rebuild them at home and they typically last longer. Cordless tools don't last as long. Now the pros for cordless, well certainly you are no longer tethered by limited hoses. Your range, your flexibility of range is endless. There's way less noise, meaning that you don't deal with that compressor kicking on. Less storage space used. You just have the nailer, not the compressor, the hose, the nailer. It works off of a battery platform that you probably already own. And overall, it costs less when you consider the cost of the nailer, the compressor, the hose, and the attachments, the couplings, and all that stuff. The advantages of cordless are clear regarding convenience, mobility, and safety. There's no argument there. The lack of a compressor speeds up setup and teardown. Not to mention there's one less heavy tool to lug around and store in your truck or trailer. The subtraction of the pneumatic hoses also improves safety and accessibility for users on the job site. All right, let's get back to this nailer. It was designed to fit between studs and joists. It's great at that. At 9.4, 9.6 pounds as a bare tool, this nailer is 1+ pounds heavier than my Makita pneumatic, which comes with a magazine that can hold 2 strips. This one holds 1. This nailer accommodates nail sizes from 2 inches up to 3.5 inches clipped or full-headed nails, and it comes with the magazine that pretty much is going to give you 1 strip of nails or the equivalent of 43 nails. Now, that's pretty much what is needed to install a piece of a sheet of plywood sheeting. There is an optional extended capacity magazine that's going to allow you, it's available, going to allow you to have 2 strips of nails up to 93 nails. Highly recommend doing that if you're doing any kind of real framing. This accessory easily replaces that smaller magazine. I did it, it's 3 screws. I did it in I swapped mine out in 3 minutes. It's really that easy. Okay, it's rear loading, so you have a nail slot in the rear on the bottom. The nails slide up through the bottom of the magazine, and then you press on the pusher release, and basically it allows you to slide the mechanism over the nails, and then you can release it and it locks, spring loaded, locks the nails in place. Stripping nails and reloading nail lengths from 8 penny to 16 penny or whatever, it was easy. Going from framing to sheathing, it was easy and intuitive. There is an anti-dry, anti-fire mechanism. You get to about 4 or 5 nails, it locks the tool out. And I'm not joking when I say this nailer has the fire rate of a pneumatic. There are 2 buttons to control it, really, on and off, and mode. So the mode is going to put you between single, sequential, and contact bump fire selections. One nice feature on this nailer is it has an auto off feature. So the nailer, once turns on, it'll stay on for 60 minutes. And this eliminates you having to turn it on every time you set it down for 10 minutes or something. It's gonna stay on for an hour. As far as framing nailers go, I'm kind of a big fan of aggressive nose tip, like a spur tip design. Why? Well, when you're toe nailing or firing huge pieces of metal, you want to make sure that your nailer nose securely grips the wood at any angle for controlled nail placement. No one wants to mistakenly fire a nail, skip a nail across the job site. Been there, done that, not fun. The Milwaukee nailer's tip is not as aggressive as I'd like to see. But I didn't have any issues with it using it either, but I really like that digging you at the point. It has a 1/2 inch by 2.5 inch belt hook on the left side of the tool, and on the other side of the tool it has a 2.25 by 3.5 inch deep rafter hook, which is great. The depth of drive dial is located on the top of the tool, right where the nose is. It is solid knurled metal and is secured on a threaded rod with a C-clip. This is one of the best depth of drive adjustments that I've seen, period. It's accessible from both sides of the tool, it's easily operated, and you can do it with or without gloves. Lefties are gonna love it. All right, so how did the nailer work? What did I think of it using it? This nailer is fast. I know I've said this a bunch of times. It is super fast. It makes a strange noise when firing. And when firing this nailer, you can feel the power of this tool. This thing has a lot of power. It was able to keep up on bump firing, and it's just impressive. So let's talk a little bit about runtime. It comes with an XC5.0 battery in the kit, and this nailer with that battery will give you about 700 nails fired. Putting that into perspective for you, that's about 16 sheets of subfloor sheathing. That's pretty decent. What are my thoughts on improvement? Well, I was impressed with this nailer, but if I can improve anything, I would certainly reduce the weight. It's heavy. And I'd probably lessen the tool's activation noise. It's loud. As far as cost goes, how much is this going to cost you guys? There's a lot of pre-sales now, but the Milwaukee M18 Fuel 30-degree framing nailer as a kit sells for $450. The kit includes the XC5.0 battery, the charger, contractor bag, and it sells as a bare tool for about $350. So it's $100 for the battery and charger. I'll put an affiliate purchase link in the video description below for you guys. Okay, my overall thoughts. Milwaukee may have entered the carpentry and remodeling trades a little later than others. They clearly did. I should say their commitment to improving productivity and providing performance-driven, trade-focused solutions is apparent. They're just crushing it. Plus, they're doing it on one battery. This Milwaukee M18 framing nailer is way better than my cordless DeWalt nailer. Lights out. I have two of them, and one's out for repair. And this nailer is replacing one of them, and I'll be getting another one moving forward. So, guys, cordless framing nailers are the real deal now. This is the proof of it. When paired with an extra battery, this framer will keep workers in the game all day long. There's no issues with that at all. The benefits of not dragging a hose around or cord around are numerous, and the freedom is certainly, it's going to increase your productivity and safety. Milwaukee nailed this one, no pun intended. Look guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up, and most importantly, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next time here at Toolbox Buzz.